Wagon guys, welcome to another episode of this Zoza Podcast. Leo nimewaletea wasee wa ngori leo. Ya marangi tamu unajua hapo umezoea kuwa na rangi ya kiragu.
Yo.
Hakuna sura pia ngumu zingine. Experienced. Watu wanaongea mpira lakini hawajakunywa maji vizuri, wamekaa kwa hii game crazy mbaya. Go by the name Jonito Kiragu.
My name is Ruben Kiragu, as usual.
And our guests, Chatwanzi na the lady
Nicolette. Lazima niseme last name.
I'd
rather not.
Mine Sadam. And actually, you know what? Before nisahau, last time I was here, you guys were mulinipeleka Pangani, sijui 18th floor, sijui building gani letefanyi kazi, sijui hakuna parking. This is an improvement. Fantastic.
Thanks.
Do you know Lotan also said the same thing?
Really?
Alikuja kavent hapa last time.
Kila views hapo nje, there's a coffee there. My car is safe.
Wow.
You know. Yeah. So, yeah. Good.
From the trenches, man.
Progress, bro.
From the trenches.
That's fantastic. I'm happy.
Thanks.
Happy to be back.
At least tulikubali.
Sasa ndio kuja mapema because niko around. Zile pana sijui Thika Road, sijui na Mutaiga sijui.
Ukiata hiyo turn najipata umenadi Thika.
Yeah, so I'm grateful. Thank you. So yeah.
Last episode tulihost Kiarie OneTwo TV. Can tell the difference. Kiarie alikuanga mse easy. But now we have Sadam.
He's pretending.
Na pretend.
He was pretending. He's never easy.
Okay.
He's never easy. You know him offline?
Z.
Crazy guy. Crazy.
Okay.
He's the wildest in our group. But like, yeah, 100%. If me and Kerry have a podcast that is not football, we'll be cancelled mid first episode.
Okay. Nilikuwa nimekuweka wewe alafu Zoom.
Oh my no, hell no. Zoom is very articulate and smart, but Kerry is something else.
And we have something else for you. SportPesa na Zoza imeanza kutoka leo
with immediate effect.
Sema Zoza na SportPesa ama Zoza na SportPesa venye tu nataka kuisema. And tuko na campaigns tunaanza kurun, zitakuwa crazy. Na si ngumu, mse yote anaweza elewa hii stuff. Kuna goal rush, stake ni free. Ushaisikia kitu kaa hiyo?
Awekelei do.
You're
not using any money.
Stake ni free. Bora ukue active participants in the last 7 days. Unaweza kilea bet jana alafu weke goal rush leo. Ama even the same day. Bora you're active participant.
And you've placed your bets.
Yep. And there are many other things. Kuna midweek jackpot, kuna weekend jackpot, there's casinos.
We have Aviator.
Wala wasa kupepea. Ulianguka shule. This is your time to shine.
Pilot Jonito by the Pilot Jonito in experience. He's talking by experience.
Unaweza try your luck and for the Aviator. Kama unajua kupredict games haraka mabao. Watu wamezoea FPL, Gold Rush is for you.
I think we should explain to them what Gold Rush is all about for the first time users.
So, Gold Rush. Ara nikoshua Sadam ajue.
Class in progress.
Gold Rush. Maybe Manchester and Chelsea are playing. Last weekend. Just predict the minutes Bruno will score the penalty. Ama any goal will be scored. So, seme ilifungwa dakika 68. Luckily weke, second half, 68 minutes. Yo umekuleo bet. Now there are 3 games you have to predict.
For you to win. So
you might have maybe 68. The second game, maybe Brentford vs Fulham. Umeka dakika ya 90, for example, 90 plus 2. Ukasema Fulham watafunga hiyo time. And maybe Newcastle, Arsenal. Ukasema Isak atafunga dakika 25, just an example. If you get the 3 correct, unakula tenem yako clean.
And just so you know, see 3 games of your own choice. Ni pre-selected
they're
games.
selected games. So you have like 3. So you just choose the minute.
10 million.
10 million clean.
Kwa 10 million unafanya sai.
Mimi?
Yeah, sai.
Nanunua shamba Kamulu.
Wewe?
Where is Kamulu?
Joska.
It made it even worse. Hata Joska sijui ni wapi.
Shamba.
Naweza buy shamba.
Wewe?
Naanzisha kwanza production house na watoa OneTwo TV.
Sinaona.
Na
Ndio nafikiria kampuni. Sinaona jamaa.
Mtu mlima.
Ana kujibu kwa na mahindi.
Watu wangu wamefukuzwa jamani, lazima niko na backup.
Damn.
Natoa OneTwo TV na waleta hapa. Natoa
Wait.
watu kadhaa.
Toka huko tukuje hapa
as in place ndakuwa nimeset up yani. Ndio namaanisha.
Okay.
Unaweza fanya nini?
Tena mnaweza fanya nini na
10 million.
Yeah.
Sai, probably I'll just buy a car.
Sasa siheri hata wanini.
Small money.
Who me?
10M.
I'll invest. I'll buy gold.
From Congo. Utaskamiwa na the Congo guys.
Usinunue tu Kilimani.
Sisi Kilimani. Sisi ni Mkongo jamani. Tunaje Kilimani.
Oh, you're Congo blood?
Yeah.
Damn.
Allah, we're going international.
Zoza to the world. Zoza to the world, jamaa.
Sadam, Somali. We have a Congo. To Amorima. Na Mkenya. Leo nao tuna cook.
Woman ana throw shots man.
Where from Mkopi?
Mimi ni Mkenya.
Mbogo.
Murima pia. So tunaona venye hiyo stuff ni rahisi. Si kitu lazima ufikirie sana. And maybe uhate dakika 2-3 unaweza pata 10k and the top 51. So apart from the 10k, top 51 narudishwa 1,000 napoa 1,000
as a bonus.
As a bonus.
How would I invest in Mike?
Yeah.
Say you have curious.
Hapana sawa. Check you what.
Labda ubaye unga ya kufence hiyo shamba yako sasa.
Hata itoshi.
Aje.
Niko na feelings.
Sorry for that. Utaekelea tu tena. Aviator Odia 10. Unaona venye SportPesa iko na products mob. Naweza tukatuingia pale derby ya SportPesa sasa. Ilikuwa kwa macha. Gor Mahia vs Moranga Seals. Gor walianza vizuri by the way. Masika assist pale. Bao tunajua as always easy win for Gor. Players walikuwa under pressure juu wengine walikuwa wamepatikana wakichezea Mosquito FC
and I think most of their players wako national duty.
Yeah.
Unaangalia international break.
Yes, organize
kuna sai iko.
See they were playing South Sudan.
Yeah.
South Sudan Kenya game.
Kenya.
Ukumbuki Firata kiteta kwani they are playing these games.
I thought international break is across the world at the same time.
Well, easy ni qualifiers and is a CHAN.
Za CHAN.
What? This is crazy. So if we had a player playing in the Premier League right now, we would call him mid-season. Like not even international break.
Basically
wanachagua as in
locally.
It's a local. Okay. Melon.
The international players are
wanachagua like inafanya
local
clubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So kina Rooney, Ostino hakuwa.
Okay.
Na Umija pia.
Okay.
Ilikuwa 2-0.
So the guys who were not chosen for the national team will go off.
Asi games inaendelea tu.
The KPL timetable is still running.
Still on.
Okay.
Yeah.
2-0 tunajua easy win for Gor. Comeback kaanza bro
from the second half.
Sijui ni aje defense ya Gor imeslack kidogo. But each and every time second half they concede goals. Each and every time second half. The previous game ile yenye ilikuwa imeleta beef ya Mosquito bado aliconcede the same design second half bado. So Moranga Seals the same script. Game ikaisha 2-2 and fans waka jam crazy. Walikuwa wanataka kupiga coach maji.
I think tumeanza kurudi hiyo era ya kitambo.
The Brazilian coach
The Brazilian coach, when just because he's Brazilian, he's a coach
Yeah.
with no accolades. So what do you expect?
No, but I feel the point of discussion here is your club has drawn. Why do you feel the need to physically beat up the coach?
You know, they expect to win each and every game. Alafu from last game tumefanyiwa comeback. Tena bado this game.
I don't
wakafeel
understand this
wamefanywa comeback.
entitlement ya Gor Mahia and their fans. Mostly fans.
The fans.
Like, one, you don't even have a stadium.
Facts.
So he expectations, all of a sudden we need to have a club that wins every game. To get draw, we need to beat the manager. Imetoka wapi? We only win local leagues because our league is fucked up, right? Tukienda international tulichezana Al Ahly. Walichapa 6-0.
Aggregate.
3-0. Right? So like you like accept that your level is low. Build on it. Unapata like you kuna ile kiburi. Yes, it's Gor Mahia. Ni fine. Have that pride, but like you shouldn't get to the point where now you want to beat the manager.
Facts. Yeah.
Like why? I think that's just ridiculous.
Anza shout out to our friend Makumi, alifika home safe. Kulikonga na
Scuffle.
She was involved
tension
there,
mob, alikuwa ameenda kuona game Machakos. At least alifika home safe juu kulikonga hadi na ilikuwa crazy, kulikuwa hadi na mapolisi walikuwa.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel unsafe kwenda coach game.
Kuona game.
Like as a fan. Let alone being like make even worse, the coach who's been coaching you. Oko what's number 1, number 2?
Say when you're on a lead ni police ndo
Are they like but they are somewhere there?
Wako top 3, yeah.
They're not like struggling qualification. Like just find even things when things are not working, you need to support the team. That's why you're a supporter.
But that's how they're supporting the team, by beating the manager, because they feel like the manager is a problem.
Crazy.
Like ili sasa wako na hiyo entitlement, yes, but I think with God they need to look at things on a wide scope rather than constantly blaming for your team to perform. Like when you talk about other teams in Africa, I would say that's all they do. Wanacheza mpira wako secure. So in the process of you beating this coach, make sure hata una figure out how you're going to attack the management as well, because they're the ones who are responsible for bringing this coach. Go now unakuwa na allergy ya get local coaches. Then they believe foreigner hata kama hajawai coach, like the only team ame coach ni under 8-year-olds in some kindergarten in some place in a favela in Brazil. He's more entitled than someone who's probably been coaching 2-3 teams within the KPL, right?
Yeah.
So uwezi shinda ukipiga coach, because hata huyo coach akienda mtenda tu kuleta some other substandard coach there as well. The players will still be around your hostile environment. Hawalipwi mshahara, sijui kuna hii, sijui mara mosquito, kesho kutwa itakuwa kitu nyingine. It's not going to change. So if me as a fan, let's say, I wouldn't support Gor though, sijakosa kazi ya kufanya, but like me as a fan, I would be, how do I say, I would be holding everything accountable. You get? It can't be one person. Oh, coach hakujileta. It's easier, yes, to blame the coach, but hakujileta.
It's giving Manchester vibes.
Hata sisi please tulienda tukaeka maflare kwa nyumba ya Ed Woodward.
Nakumbuka.
It worked. Alienda.
Yeah, it worked. It did.
But tuko pale tu. Tuko namba even worse. Yeah.
But kuna best yetu Bala, if you're watching our episodes, alipata debut Mathare United, alafu akashinda hiyo game was KCB, walishinda 1-0, and shout out to you my G. Unaweza enda watch his career journey at Zoza Podcast. Na Police and Bandari are the only guys, only teams unbeaten by the unaona Police wakienda kuchukua this time maybe, ama they don't have the guts.
I mean, Police ukiangalia hata hiyo team say, let's say they are a bit better managed. Their players are a bit more secure. So it's easy for them to focus now. I know walikuwa wanataka kuanza hiyo story every player for Police must be part of the force. Ama kulikuwa kana kale ka story that had come up. But I think wako better off than most of the teams right now. Alafu so walienda kuchukua ma heavy shots akina Abuda, akina nani? Yeah.
Muguna and the rest.
Akina Muguna and the rest. So, and they're being paid well, they're being taken care of. So what's the excuse not to play ball? So nacheza tu.
I had someone say,
Mshahara inachelewa huko.
Hizo shida za sijui kulala kwa airport si zao.
Nilikuwa nasikia mtu akisema hiyo ni team ya retirement kwa sababu all the ex-players wenye wamecheza majua na land tu huko.
No, but if I'm playing abroad, this is one mistake wase ukwaga nayo. So tuseme mimi ni mchezaji wa Kenya anacheza Greece, right? I'm very sure halipwi more than 80k in terms of Kenyan shillings because you're not playing in the pro league. Yeah, you're playing in just some tier 3 or in Greece. Hakuna venye unalipa more than 80 Gs. It's just that you feel like because you're in Europe, your progress is better.
Yeah.
Why don't I come home, nifanye hustle zangu, nilipweka 120 Gs police? It makes more sense because huku ni kwetu, nitajenga kwetu, than me being in Greece and earning 80 Gs. Alafu everyone at home thinks I'm earning some crazy amount of money. Kila siku napigiwa, nitumie pesa jamani. Mi pia unajua, umefika huko ukatusahau. I mean, you know our habits how we are. Yeah. So why not? Come here, play for police.
Yes, also, I thought that was a Kenyan thing. Pia ni Congo.
Abana, it's an African thing. Lazima bana, tukifika Ufaransa lazima.
Damn.
Okay. Damn. Any knowledge. Sikuwa na expect ati vitu zifanyika hivyo.
Yeah, it's usually like that because to be honest, how much do you think these players are paid if I'm playing in a 5th tier in Sweden? The only opportunity you have there is the fact that you can be discovered. You're more visible for another European team to discover you. But what's the likelihood in terms of percentage?
Labda mcheze ka FA huko.
Utashinda tu birth certificate unashinda ukirenew, ukibadilisha miaka. Ndio uende Sweden ulipo 50k. Si ucheza hapa nyumbani.
Hapa we don't care kama uko 40.
Hata kama uko 55 utacheza tu.
Hapa unapewa tu panadol yako na Piriton na maji. Hapa hiyo story imeisha.
Kenyan football sasa ina turn 18.
Bana.
Damn.
Forever Sweet 16.
Tuende hiyo Europe. Kuna katim kalipigwa tena. Unajua kwa katim kanaitangwa ka Netflix FC.
Na next season we'll try again.
But next season just as
Liona mafans wao wakijaribu kuskip season, they want to go to the next one already. Relax. Watch the episodes zote.
Kuna maplot twist zinatokezea kama hii plot twist imetokezea
last. It's getting very exciting.
Maplot twist
as an Arsenal hater. The future is bright. My God, Edu ameenda. There's a very good chance Saliba anaenda Madrid. Amorim akikuja and we need a left wing back, we might get Saka. You know what I mean? Saka chizawe left wing back, we actually will dominate.
Wako na Mazraoui, wana switch tu na Mazraoui hapo. Oh my God,
Mazraoui one side, Saka on the other. Bro, Misha. Don't make me start fantasizing hapa hivi. That is the
kasi ali kick off imewahita mani wako down.
Hakuna cha kasi ali kick off. They're just fumbling earlier. How kungoje December this time walikuwa na haraka.
I feel like the thing with Arsenal, I think Arteta is overcomplicating simple strategies. Right? Utamintroduce kwanza ma?
Maliza tu hiyo.
Arteta ana over exaggerate simple things, right? First season, like the season where they were competing 2 seasons ago. Their first 11, I can tell you, ilikuwa the same players. They were playing the same positions. Like they had a DNA, they had a way of playing. And then the thing with having a way of playing, if every single player reaches that position every single time, there is that muscle memory, there is that discipline, there is that you umelewa, you roll well. And if there's a change, for example, when Partey got injured the first season, Jorginho played in well.
Yeah.
Like you can easily put things when ikifika 70th minute, Nelson comes on, or ikifika 80 and Keita comes on. Like there is a DNA of the team, and then there's a few changes as the game goes by.
Yeah.
Last season, Rice came on. Walker changed a lot of things. Not a lot, but their midfield, Xhaka, Partey, and Odegaard had a kind of dynamic that Rice kind of disrupted. Although it was very good. And I feel like last season they were even closer to winning than the previous season, right? Because they were up until the last game. Even last season, their first 11 was pretty much the same. Ben White was always right back. right? Left back was Zinchenko, or when he was injured, it was Kivio. Like everything was more predictable.
Yeah.
Their midfield was the same. Their front three was the same. There was a way of playing. They were playing better, but even more solid defensively, right? This season, Ameweka everything out of the window. Like what we knew of him, we don't like. I feel like I may change so many things at the same time.
Identity yake imeenda hivyo.
Yes, he's lost identity in such a way that the way they were defending last season, it's so different right now. They've conceded the same goals as us, as United, and we are like what 13th. You know what I mean? And they have Saliba, and they have Gabriel, and they have Rice, who arguably, in my opinion, they're one of the best players, factually, right? Like, but because they put Anaweka Jama in really bad positions, sababu he's gonna play Timber left back one game. He's gonna play Timber right back the next game. So this player, he's still trying to understand your system. Unampatia roles, unampatia different type of roles every single time. Partey, who is on form, he is their best passer, right? Partey, and in midfield, he's on who progresses the ball forward, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to Rice.
Yeah.
Rice is a control, nini tackles.
Tempo.
But but now when clear-cut chances of getting passes in between the lines, there's no one better than Partey. When you're in a situation where you're playing a small team like Bournemouth, right? Fine, it's with all respect, you're playing Partey on your right back, and then there is 2 left backs fit on the bench, right? You're playing Timber off his position, right? So now not only have you destabilized your midfield, you've also disrupted your back four.
Yep.
Right? And then going forward, there's like we have Odegaard is injured. The next person, they sold Smith Rowe. They sold the other kid, what's his name? Not Nketiah. There's another midfielder, Fabio Vieira. He was Fabio and Smith Rowe were the probably successor of that number 10 role, right?
Yeah.
Because they were attacking midfielders. He sold those 2 guys in the hope of having Nwaneri. So Odegaard is injured, but he's now playing other players off position like Trossard or Havertz in a position they've never played to make things work.
And then
you know what I mean?
Then compare him with Odegaard. This is what Odegaard used to do.
Exactly.
So this is what I expect you to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now this Havertz player, for example, he is a false 9, maybe a third of the games. Amach is a left CM third of the games. Now you're number 10 to be the one creating. And then, or sometimes they'll swap with Trossard. Trossard will come back. Trossard will be and then you have a player, Nwaneri, who ideally was supposed to be a like for like for Odegaard. He has proved the few minutes he's played this season. He has shown, it's one of those things whereby when a kid is good, is good. You throw him in the deep end, let him find his way. Kobe Mainu was thrown in the deep end.
Yeah.
Yamal is 17. We're not saying he's young. If you're good, you're good. There's age
talent.
means nothing. But then again, it's Arteta. He's never had a history of trusting young kids. This is the first player I think I went to academy, right? So I think the main problem at Arsenal right now, it's him. He's a sole reason. Gabriel Jesus, right? One game on the number 9. The next game on right wing.
Right.
Like the only person who does this,
games.
the only person who does this and does it well is Pep.
But see, he's miniature Pep.
But then again, Pep has the quality players. Pep doesn't have a Havertz.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Right there.
Pep doesn't have a Martinelli. Those are players who are like good at their best. Like ceiling Yao, we've already seen their ceiling. I will never see anything more than Martinelli, whatever we've seen. We will never in this lifetime.
Same as Doku.
Yeah, but no, I think akuna Grealish hapo, akuna Doku hapo, akuna Foden hapo. Like Pep has a lot of quality players.
Options.
And he can buy 2 midfielders akitaka January.
Wait. Sure, man.
So yeah, I think Arsenal are actually couple of steps backwards compared to last season. 100%. And it's just one injury, by the way. So Odegaard. Man United will go almost 17 or 20 something injuries last season, and we struggled. One injury Arteta amesahau his tactics.
Mimi nakumbuka Mourinho tukibeba Europa na injuries sijui ka tao.
Kina Zlatan all on crutches.
Yeah.
And
Pogba, nani Eric Bailly, what walikuwa injured?
Zlatan, Luke Shaw as always. Leo tuko na guests. Story ya Arsenal bro event.
No. Niko halfway done.
And you're joined by
Joe Saina.
The guy from Kiss 100. He has also a podcast.
Yeah, Joe's Dugout.
Which he hosts on every Wednesday.
Yes.
Yep. Nazaenda ucheki.
Yeah.
And Joe.
Yeah.
Tushaingia kwa Arsenal.
No, I've heard everything Sadam has said, and valid points. The only jinx, I guess, or the only thing I would obviously add to that is that even the rot is not only at Arteta's. It goes up. It goes up the board. As we speak, in the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of restructuring in the board, and leading now to Edu's dismissal. No, not dismissal, but Edu leaving the club, because there's no way I have single-handedly handed you one of the best squads since the Invincibles, and then you're going to push me on the side and put your lawyer. So Stan Kroenke's lawyer, Tim Lewis, is being pushed into the board in positions whereby he'll dictate some things that Edu was dictating. Okay. So already that is a rot from upstairs. Yeah. And to now what you were saying, in August, September, during the transfer window, Edu alifly mara ngapi kwenda Portugal kuongea na Gyökeres?
So many times.
Alienda kuongea na right backs wangapi?
He wasn't supposed to leave then.
Yes. Na alienda kuongea na right backs wengi sana. Now, 10 matches into the season, what is happening is that people are being played out of positions. Those people are being played out of positions are being blamed for not playing well. You know, I mean, Partey, right back, that's a party. That's just a party.
Yeah.
You know, a right back. But at the same time, Arteta should be careful because, and Samra, you can allude to this, we think we mentioned it earlier. There is a way this Arsenal team is falling into a bracket that you mentioned that I don't want even to take credit of what you said. Just say it again.
Just say it.
It's falling into an Arsene Wenger era of fourth Champions League.
But I feel like Arsenal, to be honest with you, we can sit and say the manager, because I remember, I think you can, it's been said even on Kiss so many times when I've been there.
On the show.
The time when we had the holy trinity of Ole, Lampard and Arteta.
Yep.
I kept saying, if you're considering yourself a top tier team,
you
need to understand there are managers who come in to build the team, and there are managers who will come in to make the team that has been built cross those lines that are required
and win trophies,
and win trophies and become a great club.
Yep.
Arsenal can never do that with Arteta. I think I've said this so many times, and a lot of Arsenal fans have been like, "No, he's trying what?"
Well, 2 community shields and an FA Cup.
Yeah, but
Since
that's about
2020.
it. That's about it. Because you see, even if you're telling me he's playing players out of position and everything, for me, I'll feel like if I had shares in Arsenal, I'll feel like that's a lame excuse you're giving me as a manager, because you've had this squad for the last 5 seasons. You can't tell me you do not know Partey's strength, Saka's strength. You're still learning this team? Really?
But again, don't you think he knows Partey to play him on the right back? But during the game, clearly this is not training. But that's what I'm saying. In a real game. So when it happens in the real game, you're like, oh, so what he showed me at training is not what's happening.
No, but that's not how it is. I've spent 5 years with you. Nishajua tabia zako. I mean, it takes 3 months for someone to know a player's strength or not. That's why you'll find a manager can come in.
That's what we said about Sancho.
No, but okay, to be honest with you, Nani aliingia, Ten Hag aliingia how long before alijua Sancho ni useless?
I think 2 months.
2 months. Forget even Sancho. Let's even leave Sancho aside.
Yeah.
Van de Beek. Van de Beek was a player that Ten Hag had at Ajax. But he came in and he realized Van de Beek is not working for this Manchester United. After what? 1 month? You have 5 years in a team and you still are experimenting.
But with those 5 years, Sadam, he's orchestrated transfers away from Arsenal. You mentioned the likes of Smith Rowe. We've mentioned
Vieira.
I've never
Fabio
understood
Vieira.
why they made that Smith Rowe transfer. I'm yet to understand it.
I think Smith Rowe
He wanted playtime.
And I don't know why Arteta could not guarantee that, considering you want to compete in multiple competitions. You have only Odegaard there. Now they're suffering because of over-relying on
one guy.
The issue with Arteta, he only wants to compete in one competition each and every time. He'll get out of the FA early enough, Carabao early enough to focus on the EPL. That's
That he'll never
what he
win.
does.
Hey.
So it's each and every weekend, one game.
That's crazy.
So Smith Rowe doesn't have playtime, of course, because Odegaard won't get injured playing one weekend.
Then he's a very unambitious coach. He's
You know
not.
what's funny? If Arteta won FA last season or Carabao last season,
Yeah,
he would have half the pressure right now.
facts.
Because now you're like, okay, we're winning. We have a team.
Yeah.
We're competing and we won a silverware.
Yeah.
We're getting closer. But right now, he's been 5 years. He won a FA Cup during COVID.
But
We're
using
using Emery's
Emery's
team.
code.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a woman who scored those 2 braces in West Chelsea and Man City. That's what literally helped him, right? So it's at the end of the day, you want to show progress through silverware. Yes,
Bottom line.
with Ten Hag, that's a completely different story. But now, if you can be able to compete top 4, win something. Klopp last season he struggled. He wasn't like his best season, but he finished 3rd.
And he left a very good midfielder.
Alto Carabao.
Yeah.
Like, and the season before that, he won. The season he won Carabao and FA.
Yeah, see,
And
he
then
beat Chelsea.
and then that was 22.
was Chelsea,
And
yeah.
then Kafika Champions League final and Kafika the last game of the Premier League. Like, that's now progress. Because now you're progressing. That's a sign of progress. You're competing, but you're also winning side quests.
So
we
an Arsenal fan will say, we've won the FA, we've won 2
community
shields, and now we've qualified for Europe.
Those are 3 wins.
But that's what I'm saying.
No.
It's
Those are 3
Those
wins.
are, you can put that on the table as wins. Competing, FA, Carabao. Or competing for other Champions League. Maybe even 4. In the last 5 years, angeongeza those 2. We could have an argument that, you know what, maybe he can win the Premier League because now he's been able to conquer this small. Because being able to win a cup competition also requires some other level of preparation.
Yeah.
Because Tenaga kufika FA Cup 2 seasons in a row because of luck.
Bahati.
Because it is you have to put in the effort. Us winning Carabao last season before last season wasn't like to guess. It was actual effort. He has proved he doesn't want those trophies.
I
shy.
guess it's from the media, because Arsenal should be getting the PL each and every time. They are pushing there's that an agenda for the media pushing Arsenal. Since 2004, they haven't won anything. So Arteta is sacrificing the cup competitions to win the ultimate prize so that he may get their accolades and maybe the validation from the pundits.
Well, there's still a match of the Champions League. Where does he go from there?
They have never won it though.
They've never won anything in Europe.
That's mad.
They can't
You
see
see-
champions of Europe.
That's one 30 years, bro.
Did you see that meme? 1 to 4 is, I believe, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal 3rd, and then Aston Villa 4th.
Yes.
No, it's
Yes.
not. It's
Nottingham
Nottingham.
Forest.
Nottingham Forest,
Nottingham
sorry.
Forest, yeah.
You saw that meme? There's an imposter among us.
Yeah.
Everyone has won a Champions League there, or a European trophy. But here's the thing. I think the jury's still out there for Arteta. I know I'm playing devil's advocate here, but the idea that there's all this happening in the background, and I'm talking about now, obviously, what's happening in the boardroom, and then now what's happening on the field. I think, you know what, he can still redeem this season. Now, I'm going to go against what he's against. I'm going to go against. He needs to win a Carabao or an FA this season. He needs one of those trophies this season.
I mean, Carabao right now, Chelsea are out, Man City are out.
And Arsenal even out one of these
No,
tournaments.
they're in all of them.
There
See,
is-
Yes,
Nanu
they
scored.
No,
Oh.
they're in every. So now Carabao looks like the most likely one because Man City is out. And then there is only Man United versus Spurs, I think Liverpool as well, and then them. That's what I think.
Yeah.
They probably need to beat one top 4 team or top 6 team.
They'll do it in the leagues, but I don't think in the cup competitions.
Oh, that's where he draws the line.
Yeah, facts though. Because it's like, hey, this squad, it doesn't fit to win a cup competition, you know.
No, I think it does.
There's that an
But that's-
agenda.
I think they
It's
have
the
a team.
agenda. It's the agenda from
Yeah.
the
But I
fan base
think-
and from the media.
I think the thing he's fumbling the most is what will make this very young team that you have work even harder is them getting that silverware. You understand?
Let them taste.
It's them getting this
Because
FA.
Declan Rice left West Ham, and next season, these guys are picking up a European
Yeah.
cup. You guys haven't picked up
Yeah.
Jack. for 30 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that should haunt Declan Rice.
And if they don't win
Twice on Sunday.
anything this season, I see Saka leaving and Saliba.
Oof.
I mean,
Real Madrid, PSG,
Madrid
Bayern
will-
Munich. Get
If
them out.
Madrid come for Saliba, I think it's over.
That's facts.
I think Perez akipiga simu.
Because Militao sioni akipatana na
Can you
Rudiger
imagine?
for that long.
Can you imagine that combination of
Saliba and-
Rudiger?
Saliba and Rudiger.
That's scary.
Yeah.
It's giving Rio and Vidic. Eh? Mse no nonsense, alafu mse composed.
Crazy. They were comparing Saliba to the other legends, and now
Life is
11
life. You know, they were
goals.
saying he was the new Maldini, then life
See
became
now,
life.
Calafiori is the new Maldini and he's already injured again.
What? In the same instance, you can say then, what's his name? Havertz is the new Moroni Shamaka. You can even say he's the new Lord Bender.
Man City, what's the issue with Man City? Is it
Over-reliance.
fatigue or
It's over-reliance.
individual
I've learned my lesson. I would never shit talk about City in November. Sijui they're struggling. Yes.
You think it's a fake
I don't want to
struggle?
jaibisha
Eh,
because Man City will win every single game from January and win the league. Whatever Man City are going through is whatever they usually go through every season.
it's
and
something
there's nothing
something
to overlook.
Pep does with KDB. KDB is never fit from Sep to Deck.
Uh-huh.
From January, I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
He never misses a game. Ilkay Gundogan, another
He
guy.
hasn't, I don't know, he hasn't
picked up his
Yeah,
form.
he
But
hasn't.
from Jan, there's just something he comes up with.
It's
I don't
right
know.
now. Speaking of Man City, is just very, very premature.
But they are conceding goals. That's what I can say
They've
about
all
them.
like this period. There's a period where you wanna kwanga, and then this kind of conversation start. Oh, do you think Man
So
City?
we underrate
How-
them.
This conversation we've had it like maybe 3 seasons in a row, at almost exact same time. Or Haaland was injured last season. They are lacking goals.
But they never
like-
replaced Alvarez though.
Like, we always say those things. I don't think Alvarez was that key in that team. There's no one individually key. Man City is Pep.
Rodri.
Man
No,
City is Pep
KDB.
Guardiola.
I still feel like it's KDB.
No, like, KDB offers a lot, but I don't think KDB wins them the league.
As a team,
I think
as a team, I think they need Rodri, but for more of individual brilliance of the team, it's KDB.
KDB is what delivers, he's what allows that front line to get the goals that they
Yeah.
get.
It's
creativity.
the thing with Pep's system is it's also a system. You do 1, 2, or 3, nothing else. So it's the system. Man City is run on his system. Kapsa. So when you have players who've been playing in that specific role for the longest time, or you're out, it's usually difficult for you to get another player to, because it's like a role where no one has played. Rudiger was fit for how many games last season? He was unbeaten as usual for, like, we're talking about, like, he was
Almost
playing that.
74
So
games.
when such players miss in a system where he was, his role is very important in his system, by the way. Yeah? When you miss a very key important player in your system, it's a gap that will require a little bit of time for someone to fully understand that role. But then again, it's a system that wins. So in elite design, I feel like if within the next maybe a month or 2 with proper drilling, I think Gundogan improves significantly because I think he's given a role that he's not used to. I think within a few, like, just give them time, because it's a system that wins Pep's trophies.
I see January transfer window. They might have to buy a CDM.
I don't think they need one. I don't think you'll just buy someone from nowhere and then put them in a role. Man City, no. Apart from Haaland, every other system player usually take time to gel.
I mean, they can get a player from the City group as a loan, maybe.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about someone who, his way of playing. Like, it takes you time for you to understand his way of playing, and then you become this great player. It's never an instant thing, especially in roles that are pivotal. Like, I remember when he played Fabian Delph as 6.
At 6, yeah.
And it was ridiculous. I can play as a left back.
Yeah.
Like, and that's because he was a player who was in a system long enough for him to understand the other roles. So it's more like in his group of 16, 17 players, who can he make play that role through what they've learned over the years?
Maybe
okay.
Rico.
Yeah. And the other thing, I like the fact that you talked about systems. So you have we started with a system of possession whereby you'll have Riyad Mahrez on the right and on the left you'd have either Grealish, a young Grealish, or then it was one of the Silvers. Okay, and then now you have a different system whereby Doku and Savinho are more not possession based, more
Direct.
counter direct play,
Direct.
run behind the
Cross.
defender. So I think adding to what you just said, before you start figuring out Man City, they've changed the tactic again, they've changed the gameplay. I mean, the blueprint that Bournemouth won over the weekend can be shared to any team in the world, but as soon as next Saturday, that blueprint is useless.
Yeah, for sure. And
It's one of those things.
And what I really rate about Pep is he will make whatever he has work. He didn't have a number 9 for 2 seasons, and he made false 9. Well, you don't even know who was playing as number 9, and he can make it work. When he was playing with Mahrez on the right, and Bernardo and I think who was playing on the left, starting on the left, he had a way of playing whereby they had a specific role. Akatupayo, he brought in. Now these guys who are playing direct. It's even now Savinho is playing on the
right, yeah.
Danny on the left,
Doku
and now
on the left.
Hauni direct. It's he'll make. He's that intelligent. Like I would never question. He's a crazy man, but like
I
borderline intelligent.
But I think he does that mainly for the Champions League, because Champions League wants wingers who are more direct, not
Possession
based, because that is what he was lacking before winning the treble.
Yeah, I think because Premier League is more athletic. I think Premier League
It's
players are more
tactical.
athletic.
It's
Yeah.
more tactical.
Actually, even with
Serie
your
A-
point, yeah.
Serie A and La Liga are more tactical, and it's
So
more-
it's
Because
slow though.
It's funny you
Because
said
Yeah.
about La Liga.
McTominay
If you look at Barcelona, the way Rafinha plays these days, I mean, he's getting behind the defenders. He's running. It's
I
a
think
possession.
football as a whole has sort of changed. It's become more physical. That's why you need those more direct.
Or is it a hybrid
No,
of two tactics in one?
I don't really. I think it depends on which club you're playing. There's
Yeah.
that as well. But
Yeah.
I'll say most top tier clubs have become a bit more physical.
I think Premier League, mostly Premier League. I don't think Serie A and La Liga really
Liga,
care so much about
if you-
physicality.
But
That's why Fabio Vieira will shine there. That's why Alcuja Premier League Cambiwa
Amekonda sana.
he's too thin. Like
But
not Fabio was from Portugal. That's why there's so many small like Yamal is like an actual
but
kid.
say I'm a buff.
But
As in
he's-
Hansi Flick teams ni kama
No, but he's
the players
still
wanaambiwa ingieni gym nyote.
put first 11 Barcelona. Kina Pedro and kina Gavi. They're all tiny players. Like it's for you to shine in those other leagues is less physical. That's why
It's more tactical.
Pep in Champions League, he wants players to be direct
Direct.
because there's a very good chance you can beat these players.
I mean, you meet an Inter Milan, you have to be direct. Because Inter Milan will be physical on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
now, that was now. No,
Yes.
specific coaches, right? If you're playing against Napoli now
Yeah.
with Conte, you have to be physical.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not checking. The specific coaches right now with even the type of players they're signing. McTominay was signed with his physicality.
Yeah.
Umeona anakazizuko.
Hey, manzi ana ball.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why it's easier to ball in Italy as compared to England
Yeah.
is I still feel like England's game is a bit too every
Pacey.
small move
Ushafikiwa.
not even kufikiwa, it's the ref is looking into you. There's some things in Italy they get away with that they would not get away with on the pitch in an English game. It's a bit more, it's more tactical, I think, and it's a bit more, how do I say, calculated. I think that's the correct word to use. While in Italy, you still have that fun of kidogo old school-ish ball where you can get away with certain moves that you probably wouldn't get away with.
Oh, like a
So
slide
if you're
tackle,
more,
a
if you're
proper
more,
one.
if you're more physical as a player like McTominay, unaweza cheza rough Napoli. But the way you play Napoli, you can't come and play.
June Mona.
Yeah.
Zagzi alikuwa anasema there are some pundit nilikuwa nimeona Twitter.
Yeah.
Every time Zagzi akipiga hiyo first touch, the ball is gone. He's so slow. Maybe I guess it's his decision making is slow because each and every time he gets the first touch, he doesn't know even what to do, or maybe he's been given a front pass. He's so lazy.
But you see now, those leagues,
The Serie A leagues, mseka McTominay with the physicality and athleticism
Unapita na mse.
ana ball anafanya hadi marole.
You know, it's a league where it's a proper number 9's league. proper, like you look
The old school
Lukaku,
one.
the old school.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
Lukaku,
Immobile.
look at
Every team
Vlahovic,
has a number 9.
Zapata when he was at Atlanta, now he's at Torino,
Morata sahi Milan.
Milan.
Mseka Lautaro can he shine in PL?
I think he can, yeah. He's technical.
Because it's
Unless for Liverpool.
It's giving Aguero
Yeah,
vibes.
Liverpool vibes.
Liverpool.
But I think when we're talking
Martinez at Liverpool, he would shine.
I think when we're talking about Zaxi, shida yake ni more than shida yake ni deeper.
He still has
Alijaribu
water
hapo.
under the legs.
I mean, I don't think from the way he moves, I don't think he's a 9. I think he's been
more of a
forced into
10.
that position.
I'd
I
give
think
him a
he'll
10.
play him as a winger.
Bologna will tell you different. 14
Oh
goals.
my God.
Okay, Bologna has won
say
what
winger.
again?
No, he
Yeah,
hasn't won
Mocha.
anything, but clearly our scouts found it dim to go and get him from Bologna.
He's more like
I feel like he's more.
No, it's more like a Firmino.
number 10.
Like that false 9.
False nine.
You false 9 amesema
A
that is
creator
actually true.
kabisa.
You can't put him on the wing. Oh
So,
my God.
You can't put him on
Biggest
the wing.
mistake.
You can't put him as a 10 because Bruno will run to the whole night
'Cause
with a
also,
bottle.
He needs to like track back and like where he's playing as false 9 right now is his best bet at performing.
So talking about number 9s, what's up with Mbappe? Should he leave or should Vini leave at the end of the day? Because Ancelotti alisema the issue with Mbappe nika amefungia nyote ya kina Bellingham, Rodrigo, Vini.
What exactly did he say?
He's actually the biggest problem at Real Madrid.
He said that.
Yep.
And also,
Ancelotti doesn't mince his words.
he doesn't. And Karim Benzema just came out, I think a day ago, and said, here's the thing. Mbappe is not a number 9. He's a winger.
Yeah, he's a
And
winger.
unfortunately, on the left, there's a
Says
better
Vini.
winger than him.
That's crazy.
That's what Karim Benzema
That's
said.
insane.
There's a better
I'm sure he
winger
was
than him
waiting
on
for
the
the
left.
chance to say that.
You see, so it's a problem.
Who is
the
But
best
see, from
player?
No, Vini is not. I'm sorry. Mbappe is far much better than Vini. I'm
than
sorry.
Vini on the
But
left.
for Real Madrid, it's working for Vini at the moment,
Because it hasn't. Mbappe hasn't been given the opportunity for it to work for him.
Well, unfortunately, he can't be given the opportunity because who's the other number 9 they'll play there?
That's the thing. Like I think they should get a number 9 and sell Vini.
Sell Vini.
But
Yeah.
Vini's been ninning. He's not in a hurry to sign a new contract. He's willing to listen to offers.
I
club
think for
can
the
he
sake
go
of
to?
Madrid, I think Vini should leave.
Sorry?
Which club can he go to
Man
at the
United.
moment? EPL.
Yeah.
I don't know why the producers are laughing. It's possible.
He would cook hata kama ni
Ay.
Hey,
I mean, you're playing against Ben White, you'll cook. No, actually, party.
anakuwa triggered na vitu ndogondogo za Spain. Akikuja EPL it will be way worse.
Spain is way more racist, bro.
but you know the thing about Vinicius?
English is a bit more. There's more black
What's
people in
that?
England.
Yeah, and the thing about
Kwanzi becomes
Vinicius,
and plays for Arsenal.
anajua.
Brilliant.
Anajua, Vinicius also knows, like, whenever there's a Madrid derby, and I'm not saying this because I'm an Atletico fan, but ye uchokora wase.
Oh no, that's part of his game.
Ye uchokora
I think
wase. So,
he likes rattling other players.
I think the club eventually is bigger than the player, and someone needs to sit Mbappe down and just tell me, you came here to work as a 9. Stick to a 9. Let's make Real great.
but
The
let me
club
ask
will
you.
always be bigger than
Because
the
Jude
player.
doesn't score a goal.
You can't
since
force someone
the start
to play
of
in
the
a
season.
position.
But let me ask you though,
But
guys.
he came new, he was playing as a 9.
But that's the thing.
Chief.
When they were bringing him, when they went to negotiate this contract with Mbappe, which has been negotiated for the last 50 years,
Eons.
Yeah.
I'm sure at that point they had that discussion because not as if Vinicius was signed after Mbappe. Vinicius has been there. So I'm sure the conversation came up of the positioning and everything. You agreed to come to this club knowing that you had to play as a 9. So kazi kwako.
Okay, but for the club, fine, amekuja, we have seen number 9 is not working. Are you going to force him to do something that is not working? Or you play to his weak strength?
So you play
But
to his
do you-
strength, and then what happens to
The
their
other
best,
members?
their best left winger?
You can get good money from Vini and then maybe get Haaland.
So in your opinion,
Haaland,
Sadam, you
number
sell
9.
Vini, keep Mbappe.
100% easy.
There's that proof. Vini has won you 2 UCLs.
Yeah.
Mbappe hasn't. He's a World Cup
He
winner,
can easily.
yes.
There's
But
nothing Vini can do, Mbappe cannot do. There's nothing. In fact,
He can dance
for the
better.
he was in the final though.
Maybe.
He was in the final versus Bayern.
And technically, you're second at the Ballon d'Or.
But
Yeah.
we looking at at who can carry the team. Look at France for the last 2 World Cups. Carried by Mbappe.
Giroud will have something to say about
Vinny
that, but it's okay.
hasn't lost
Giroud.
In some instances,
Oh my
in terms
days.
of goals. But
Vinny
it is-
hasn't lost a UCL final. Mbappe has.
No, but like losing for
He hasn't
losing
delivered it
with-
for PSG.
Losing with PSG and look at the squads, my friend.
No, but he lost with PSG even when they had Neymar and Suju that midget.
No way.
No, they're never in the final.
Hey.
Ako final.
Messi
and
actually
you're forgiven. And you're forgiven.
No, but it's
forgiven.
true.
Stand up
I
for
mean,
2 hours.
no, wait. You have a team. You have a team that had Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi,
Messi,
and
yes.
you are unable to deliver.
Let me correct you. Autistic midget.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Unajua kuna player wa Nasser alipiga penana huko juu akavunja simu ya mtoto mdogo.
But no one is talking about that.
Hey.
No one is talking about that. The greatest of all time, huh? The GOAT.
The goat.
And you are busy
Navunja
putting
vunja
that phone in
masimu za
my
watu
face
huko.
and I'm upset. Munaanza kufanya imekuwa top tier news. Every news station was talking about
Do you know how hard it is for a 45-year-old to shoot the ball that hard?
45. Oh, maana mwongeza hadi miaka.
No, muongezea 6 zingine but ni
Wait.
sawa.
Haya, ni sawa.
It's not 40?
No, it's just 39 but ni sawa.
39 this year, as in his birthday for 40 is this year as well.
I mean, I know he's always 39, kesi baadaye.
Oh.
The youngest coach to coach in Prem anaanza kazi 11th.
Yes.
Ruben Amorim,
The youngest?
coach to Prem.
Coach in Manchester. In Manchester.
Actually,
in Manchester.
In Manchester.
Manchester have a younger manager.
Yeah.
Anaanza coach from 11th North. Do you feel it's too fast ama tungegojea
Too fast?
Jan?
Tungoje
As in, too
jando.
soon?
Eh,
No, what do you mean? Tumecheza how many games sahi?
10
Plus weekend 11. Sindio?
na plus game ya Barnsley.
No, in the league.
Keyword
So
Barcelona.
he'll,
BAR.
so he'll come after we've played 11 games. Sindio?
Technically, yeah.
That means we're winning the remaining games. Zote?
We're winning.
Yeah, zote.
Sadam.
So you do the math. Do the math, it's enough to win the league.
So
He's that kind of manager.
he's playing back 3. I feel ananipea vibes za Tuchel. Unaona venye Lampard
Alikuwa akicheza back 10.
unaona Lampard venye alikam as in
The inventor of haram ball.
in ile mentality Lampard alikam akapewa clears jika ngapi akuweza kuwa manage ama kuwafikisha the next level. Alafu sasa ndio Thomas akakam. I feel hiyo ndio moment sahi Man U tumefika, tunataka mse ameshinda kitu na team yake because Ten Hag
Alishinda na Ajax.
azikuwa team yake alipata
The Ajax team.
alipata wase
Where
wameonyesha
aliimport half of his team to United.
alikuwa amepata akiwa Ajax alipata wase alikuwa sha ingia ama
System.
kwa system. So alipata nikaa venye tu nani Unai venye aliacha team alafu Arteta akakama akashinda tu 2-3 akastua wase pale Villarreal.
Ama vile Tottenham walihata cup.
Tukajua bas, this is the manager and we fell for it. Sahi tuko na coach mwenye alikuanga intern wa Mourinho akiwa Man U, akaenda ka develop team. Kwanza alienda kuna team yako hadi na license.
Oh no, even up until his, I think, first season at Sporting.
Hakuwa na license.
Like, it's crazy because he was employed as an assistant manager on paper, but he was a manager. Just so that to avoid the fines.
That sounds like the Kenyan government, huh?
Yeah, like to him, he was like, it's like, I know how to coach. Yes, you have a license imechelewa, but give me the job. And Sporting were willing to pay fines and win. They won the league after like 17 years or something.
19.
Like winning the league after 19 years with this guy who was on paper the assistant manager, but he was the one managing the team and everyone knew about it and they were complaining about it. So imagine you as a manager, people are complaining that you're managing without documents, but you're beating them.
With your documents and experience.
That's the guy we've signed. It's like, I don't want to compare with that lawyer mwenye alishinda Makisi without...
Well, like I told you, it's like the Kenyan government. I mean, you work bila contract, you perform.
Difference is,
With a contract, they perform for Jack.
Amorim will actually graduate eventually.
Yeah.
Now he has.
Oh,
now he
I
has-
see what you
he
did
has
there.
one.
Yeah. Huyu jabo kijana lawyer. Yeah, like that's how good he is. It's like he's like a micros. Not suits. Yeah, like he's not a lawyer, but like he knows his stuff.
Si ni kama yule mwenye tulikuanga naye pia hapa. Yule lawyer mwenye alikuwa anashinda makesi na kumbe
Yeah,
ni costume alikuwa anavaa.
So now if we have this guy who Ali, and then there was a story I heard. I think before that he was in another team, I think third league or something. Like third team or something. They lost their first 2 games. He had a crazy speech. I can be say, if we lose the third game, I'm leaving. They won every other game zote mpaka mwisho. So he's a proper mind games guy kind of guy.
Alafu, for the fact that he chose, because it was a now or never situation for him, it's either you come right now to the Man United ama nivo. I feel angeenda after Pep, kungekuwa na pressure kaile ya Farii. Unaona, time Farii alitoka, the next coach, kama utushindi treble kama Farii.
Yeah.
So angekam Man City na koka pressure fulani after coming after Pep.
But here's a funny thing. When you're a head coach or a manager at Manchester United, the pressure will always be there.
Yeah, they made you sign that contract.
That's the thing. First of all, disregard what people are talking about United being a commercial club. It's neither here nor there. But at the end of the day, it's a proper football club that has enjoyed success under one guy for close to 20-something years. Sindio?
Yeah.
And then now you've had 6 managers in between. And all of them have totaled maybe 7 trophies at most. So if I'm being generous, maybe it can be less than that. And then now you bring Ruben Amorim. I like his formation. I like how he plays, the 3-4-3. I like Diamonde in the middle, and maybe he'll play tonight against Man City. Inacio as a left side of the centre back. And now going forward, obviously, you have Gyökeres, okay? And you have the likes of Trincao, and you have all these amazing players. You come to a United November 11th, okay? You're looking at these players and you're looking at your 3-4-3 formation. All of us here are pundits. I can sit down and say, I am worried already about the left side of our attack stroke defense.
Can we, as we wrap it up, can we just have a first 11 with a 3-4-3 formation with the current players we have?
Yeah,
Onana.
sure.
Okay, 3-4-3.
Keeper Onana.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Left side of defense, which is still centre back, Martinez.
Martinez,
Delete in the middle.
I'd give Martinez delete Euro.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean,
he's
because
not fit. Let's look at current players.
Yes. Oh, current
Kesho
players.
kuja kesho kutwa, and that is a team.
then
What
Lindelof
leave?
for me, because not Maguire. Maguire is not fast enough to cover that right side, just in case, for example, whoever is playing on the right wing will decide can't track back that fast. Remember, we don't have a Wan-Bissaka anymore.
I would actually put Dalo.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Now, for me, Dalo would be on the left wing in terms of with the 4 in the middle, with the 4. So Dalo for me, who can also attack and defend, and then on this side, and then Mazraoui on this other side.
Me, I would actually put Dalo at the back because I would actually put Dalo at the back because first of all, I'm not very sure about Delete. I'm still scarred from when he was No, but I'm still scarred from Delete of Juventus. I keep saying that.
Well,
he was giving Maguire
vibes.
Hard.
Yeah.
So I would rather have that.
So it's either Maguire or the other Maguire.
yeah, so
I'd take
Which
the
Maguire do you
other one.
want?
I'd take
The other one, the blonde version.
you're going to take Slabhead? Come on. And then in the middle for me, I'll have Maino. I'll have Maino and I'll have Urgate.
Ugarte will definitely start because our
He's
new coach
the
is
only
familiar
person.
with him.
So
He's
for
only
me,
number 6 who can run. The other one doesn't have legs.
Mine is injured, so probably if Kamani the next weekend, probably be Ugarte and Casemiro.
and Casemiro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Front three.
Front
I
three.
hate the fact that we don't have someone that I can replace Bruno with. Because I would want to bench him.
Well,
Bruno is not being benched. You know
we
me,
got a guy from Chelsea.
I am Stan Bruno.
He's still there.
For real?
I'm Stan Bruno. Bruno and Rashford slander will never be tolerated.
Hey,
on
Kwanza
me.
Rashford. Oh my days.
So I guess
yeah,
front
yeah,
three
yeah.
for me. And again, it's either do they come back and play as a 10 or they'll just stick on? If they're playing as 2 10s and a 9, I love Bruno. I love Bruno and what's his name again? And no. And Rashford on the right.
Why?
Because
Why
here's the
Rashford?
thing: he can pinpoint a pass. And
Rashford even can't run. He runs if he
But I
wants.
would, right now, I'd choose Rashford over Garnacho or Diallo.
so for me, Rashford on the left, Bruno on the right. Again, if they can drop as a 10 or if they stay that way, and then now
Rasmus.
Hoyland.
I don't, you guys, you do realize there's nothing wrong with Hoyland. The only problem with Hoyland is that all of a sudden Rashford and Bruno have this bromance. It's like they have a click that they forget that the Hoyland exists.
He does. Actually, to be honest, they overlook Hoyland a lot.
And he literally drops back to
Yeah.
try and create for
correct.
himself.
Yeah.
Because he gets to a point, he gets frustrated and he's like, I'll create for
It's been a
myself.
while since we played with a proper striker.
Yeah, so we
I
have
feel
to
it.
Martial.
Like our midfield and our wingers are not trying to help Hoyland.
That
They're
Ballon d'Or
not.
clause, iliendaje?
I did favor.
But unajua pia Martial started out as our left winger.
Yeah.
So it's
When
giving,
Rashford
it's giving
came
Mbappe vibes.
So we've never really had like a proper
Yeah,
number.
we've
Hoyland
never
is the
had a
first one.
proper 9 apart from Lukaku. Since Lukaku.
Oh yeah. We overlooked Lukaku and Ibrahimovic at some point.
Jose Mourinho.
That's a club that had Di Maria at some point.
Yeah.
And Juan Mata.
It's because I know we don't have time, but hey, bana. We had players. What did not work?
Can you have another sit down, the 4 of us? Or the 5 with Kirags and talk about it in some other time?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Unaona venye mani nafanya watu wakae.
Can I tell you guys something awkward? Can I be the different one here?
Yeah.
I genuinely feel the current team that we have, yes, we may need a bit of tweaks, but I feel like with a good manager, this current team is still good enough. I really think on paper, if you look at it, we actually do have a decent team.
We have a decent counter-attacking team, not a possession-based team. I hope we can play to our strengths. We have pace.
But yeah, we're not with Bruno.
Oh yeah.
Where Bruno is starting day in, day out.
Because we have no option.
No, si mcheze Erickson hapo.
Eriksen
Mchezesha hapo
maybe
60 minutes.
but low block teams.
Yes, mchezesha hapo 60 minutes afanye hizo vitu zake kabla roho isimame tena.
Bruno ampatie roho
Too
yake.
soon.
Bruno nimeishi kusema sahi Amorim akikam anafaa kutafuta replacement wa Bruno pia
ASAP.
immediately.
Yeah.
Cause Bruno sahi anajiona superstar sana.
But ni superstar.
Bado hajafika.
What does he want as a superstar?
Si amewin FA na
Wow.
Alafu being compared to kina KDB given the
But
armband
KDB himself said,
but
given an opportunity, he will pick Bruno.
But he has been compared with
Ishamwingia.
Odegaard.
Ndo nasema
Like, the option was
come on.
Odegaard.
But
It goes to
Odegaard
the-
ni
it
better
goes
than
to
Odegaard and
his
Bruno.
head.
Come on. Our
Imagine
standards are higher, please.
Bruno. It
That's
goes to
like
his
like
head.
asking me between Haaland and Chris Wood. Cheza chini bana.
Hey, kwanza Chris Wood this season.
Or Haaland and Havertz.
Okay. Now you're talking.
How come no one's talking about Jackson here, Nicholas Jackson? No, not in the comparison. Not in the frame.
Maskini. Yeah, that's racism.
Miss Jack.
Hiyo ni racism. Ndo maana
No,
mmecha-
I'm actually. I cannot stand Jackson Haaland. I'm sorry, slander. Jackson is a very good striker. I think only Haaland is better than him this season.
Chris Wood is better.
No,
though.
he's not.
Hey, you guy, Chris Wood.
Chris Wood and Anuno. Hey.
The discovery of the number 9 again. It's like we're watching the Euros.
So yeah.
Proper number 9s.
Yeah.
Chris Wood kwanza
Okay,
ni-
apart from Nunes, obviously.
I think one day when we're sitting down having these discussions about players, we need to talk about Alejandro Garnacho.
Garnacho should be loaned out.
Don't even say Alejandro. You're making him look even more appealing. Just like Garnacho.
It's like he's on a Ballon d'Or.
Garnacho,
Yeah.
Alejandro
I feel
Garnacho.
he should be loaned out to some club, mid-table club.
He should go to Sevilla.
I wouldn't loan him
Amata.
out.
Unaona venye Lingard alienda, naweza taka aende hiyo arudi apewe ka West Ham ama ka Nottingham hivi ama Aston Villa team aende apate experience. Haiwezi kuangana.
Utaki akuwe legend kama Greenwood pale La Liga.
Hey, Greenwood. Sai kwanza ligani.
Moral code imeturob.
Si wako number 2.
Guy.
Hiyo kitu ya Greenwood.
Moral code has
Let me ask you, do you feel like we made a mistake selling Pellistri and keeping Garnacho?
Pellistri ako down, man. Wewe wacha. Acha bana.
Hakupewa playtime lakini.
Playtime, he wasn't need enough. He wasn't given the time to be nurtured enough. Come on, he has thick
Come
legs.
on.
Yes, so he's too short though.
I saw what you did there, so it's fine.
Hakuwa ameshika.
Siko nataka kushika.
Bado alikuwa anasema it's too short. First time is.
Nataka kushika.
Anasema it's too short. Tumalizie pod hapo.
Kama mnataka replacement ya Bruno, labda mlete bwanangu kutoka Juventus.
Locatelli.
Spare dribble.
No,
Milan reject.
Locatelli anajua ball.
Locatelli ndio-
Ona every game he has started for Juventus he struggle.
Pene socials tu.
Unasema hivyo
Producer
tunali la kaya Klebet.
amesema tuachilie hapo. Imebamba. Watu
Pleasure.
wafupi ni wafupi, wabaki kwa wafupi.
As the only short person in this room,
Can give it to your socials.
Samabori kwa 13. Across all.
Hiyo itabaki umepea producer.
Aiandike
handle.
vizuri.
Yeah. Hapo
Usimwache
mchanganya.
autocorrect taandika zambuka.
Mi sio unanijua. Unanijua bana.
Hey, you know that.
Excuse
We are
me.
sorry, bana. We are
We're
sorry.
sorry.
We're sorry. Hey, I beg. Joe_Saina. That's it.
One of the few people kublokiwa na Arsenal ndio hawa.
Yeah.
Sasa anaendanga akiambia wase hivyo sasa.
Then you have more to say than Arteta.
Jonito Mbogwa.
A whole club.
Aboza
blocked
kama
you.
lazima tuendelee na story. I have a lot to say.
Mimi sijafika.
Sio memory card, alafu
In the next episode. Producer amesema ni
What
hivyo.
did you say
Next
about
time.
Arsenal? Arsenal?
I don't know, just good advice. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Can you stop forcing things that are not good to get better? Wachana tu now. Hiyo ni level yao.
seriously. No, I can't.
That's some pettiness, eh? A whole club blocking just one person. Jeez.
Social media manager yako amenini hiyo siku.
Jonito Mbogwa, Zoza Podcast.